Hey everybody, NecroVMX here, and welcome back with more Pokemon Showdown matches. I have another 10 matches to show you, and if you're thinking, oh my god, so fast with another 10 matches, well, some of these are new, but a lot of them are from the hotel there. I pulled them off of my phone. What you had seen previously was almost all hotel stuff, which was mostly stuff that I'd sent to other people, but I had a few more off of my phone. It was just enough to give me 10 matches, so I figured I'll do another video. So this first match is against Alexis.711. They're on the right, I'm on the left. We're both using Ethan Sprite. We both know where it's at, that Heart Gold and Soul Silver are the best games in the series. So let's do this. I send out Silvally, they send out Chimecho. So this is interesting. I decided to U-turn the hell out of there. It's a bug-type move. I get a critical and switch into my Fortress because it's also bug-type. They, of course, switch into Lilligant. I'm thinking, okay, that's interesting. I'd use Gyro Ball. I go down sleeping. I switch to Articuno. This is going really... let me slow this down a little. So they're setting up with Quiver Dance. That's a mistake. Articuno is, of course, going to destroy this. And use Hidden Power. It's definitely Hidden Power Fire, I think, because it didn't do enough damage to take down Articuno. If it was Hidden Power Rock, it would have. I get them with the Freeze Dry. No problem at all. So they send in Shedinja. I have a flying type move. I have Hurricane, which of course takes them down in their Focus Sash. But I also confused them. I was like really hoping Shedinja would kill itself, but it gets a Swords Dance off. But of course I outspeed it because Articuno is quick. Articuno's got to be the worst legendary there is in terms of competitive battling, but he's just so cool. I can't resist using him. So obviously I'm going to get out of there if any rock-type moves are coming at me. Here comes Bisharp. I'm thinking, alright, let's swap out. This thing definitely has a rock-type move. I went into Beware. They actually use Substitutes. I'm thinking, what the hell? Now that I have the Beware out, I was actually really surprised they didn't try to swap the Chimecho back in and use a Psychic-type move or just absorb the Hammer Arm that I'm obviously going to do because, Bisharp is Steel-type. So, they're setting up. This guy really likes to set up. They knock off my Life Orb. I'm okay with that. I really am. Because he doesn't need the Life Orb to do enough damage to take down Bisharp with another Hammer Arm. Now, my speed is halved, so anything that comes out is probably going to outspeed me. They send in Shinotic. Not the greatest move because I have Ice Beam. They set up or rather Ice Punch. They set up a Substitute, so I'm thinking, alright, will they go for Substitute again? Will they swap because they have Ice Punch? No, they went for Leech Seed, which actually probably saved them. Because they're going to get a bunch of health back here and from the Leech Seed. So I'm thinking, oh shit, here comes the Moonblast. Yep, there it goes. I'm down. Bop boop beep. But I'm not feeling too bad about this. I've taken down 3 of their Pokemon. They've only taken down 1 of my Pokemon. I sent Silvally back in, expecting the battle to go on, and it doesn't. They decided to time out on me. I don't know why. I don't know. Maybe they had to go to the bathroom. So that's kind of a rage quit. So let's go to the next one. This one is versus Kunagnis. They're on the left. I am on the right. They send out their Crawdons. I have Ampharos. They're definitely going to swap to a ground type. So I decided to Mega Evolve and use a Dragon type move instead of trying to use an Electric type move, which wouldn't have worked. They get off Earth Power. They're definitely going to use Earth Power again. But I get off the Dragon Pulse. So I'm like, okay. So this is what's going to happen. Gligar is going to come out and either use Earth Power or Earthquake. I'm going to swap into Ninjask because obviously it's not going to work, and I'm going to start setting up my Ninjask Speed Boost Baton Pass into something else. This is going to be a fast rage quit, you guys. So obviously they try Toxic. It doesn't work because I'm behind the sub. I get a Speed Boost. Once I'm at 3x speed, I'm planning on, Baton Passing into something else, something with a high physical or and just sweeping them, but it doesn't get that far. They sent up the Porygon Z, which really can't do anything to me. I'm, getting all my health back from Leech Life. I'm getting all my health back from Lefties. I'm putting up Substitute. I also have Protect. They rage quit. They know where this is headed. Ninjask is super annoying if you know what to do with him. So that's another rage quitter. Here's another battle. This one is versus Almighty JY. They're on the right. I'm on the left. We're both using Ethan Sprite. We both know where it's at. Let's do this. So I sent out my Dawn Wings Necrozma. They sent out Wailord. I'm thinking, okay, Wailord is really bulky, but I can handle this. They hit me with the full power Water Spout, but I live it. Menacing Moonraze Maelstrom. They live that, but very badly. I swap into Lord Helix to take the Water Spout a little better, especially since it's not going to do that much damage. They send in their Shaman. I was a little worried about this, but I went for Shell Smash thinking, with the boosts, I might be able to take it out with an Ice Beam, but it just lives. Then they missed the Seed Flare. The salt is real. I'm feeling really great about this. I take the Shaman out with the Ice Beam. Bop, boop, beep, he's dead. They sent out the Politoed. It starts raining. I'm fine with this, but then I miss the Hydro Pump, and I get Toxic. This is going so fast. Let me slow it down just a little bit. So they send Wailord back out to take the Hydro Pump, probably just trying to, rack up poison damage on me. But I'm feeling really good about this. I haven't lost a single Pokemon. Lord Helix here, he's going to go down eventually, but I'm doing really good. Politoed comes back in to take the Hydro Pump really well, but I missed again! So he gets me with the Scald. I'm definitely going down to Toxic. So, Lord Helix, you did well, but rest in peace. RIP. So I sent out Gardevoir because I figured they don't seem to have anything super physical. Let me see if I can just, annoy the hell out of them with Gardevoir. I saw, so Moonblast does good damage. They tried for Scald, trying to get a burn, just to chip down my health. Although, it wouldn't have done much for my attack because Gardevoir is special attacker. So they got off a rest. I'm like, oh, this is annoying. I need to, kill this thing. And of course it has a Chesto Berry. Of course it does. So their special attack is down to 2/3. Moonblast is not doing, too much, but now their special attack is down by half. They get the Toxic off on me. I'm not even really mad about it, to be honest, you guys. I'm really not. The sound you're hearing, by the way, is Gibbs chewing on his bone. So I'm thinking this thing will go down eventually. I'll go down eventually, but more than likely I'm going to outlast it. Politoed is really fat and whatnot, but I'm able to finally take down the Politoed. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. My Gardevoir is putting in work, even though she's poisoned badly. They send in Delibird. I'm not worried about it. I send in the Moonblast. They actually live it, so I'm like, okay, what does it have? It has Aerial Ace. That's, it doesn't do enough damage to take me out, but I'm probably going to go down to Toxic, so I just let Gardevoir just sit there and die. So, okay, that's fine. I send in Kangaskhan. You know it's coming. Here comes Mega Kangaskhan and Power Up Punch. Boom. And then boom again. So, Mega Kangaskhan is absolutely scary. You really want something that's going to kill it quickly because it's so dangerous. They sent in Azumarill because Azumarill is a big fat fatty. I'm just going to get off at least 2 more Power Punches. Even though it's not super effective, there we go. So I'm at 3x attack. I go for Crunch. It doesn't do that well. So we're sort of at an impasse here. They went for Belly Drum. I'm like, oh, damn, that's really not good. They went for Aqua Jet. I just barely live it. Ooh, that was scary. So the return is going to take them out. Goodbye, Azumarill. We hardly knew ye. So they sent in Flygon. I'm like, okay, this definitely is going to use Earthquake and outspeed me. So whatever, Mega Kangaskhan, she did her job, whatever. I sent in Primate. This thing has Ice Punch. Bop, boop, beep. It's over. That is game. So, good game, Almighty JY. You just, got unlucky with the team. He seemed like he was a pretty good player. So this one's versus Deer Park only. This is a newer one. I'm on the left. They're on the right. Let's see what happens. So I started with Tentacruel. I'm not a huge fan. They have Abomasnow. I'm like, okay, well, this thing's definitely going to Mega Evolve, which of course it does. I figure I'm going to set up. So I start throwing out Toxic Spikes. They go for Earthquake. I just barely live it. I'm like, all right, I can try to attack or swap, but why bother? I'm just going to throw out a second set of Toxic Spikes and get that off. Hopefully they don't have a Poison type to pick them up. So Tentacruel goes down, but he did set up. So I'm like, all right, I'm going to send in Victini because it's my only Fire type user. V-Create is going to absolutely wreck it. That crit probably didn't even matter. Of course, the problem with V-Create is you get random stat drops, so my speed defense and special defense went down there. So I'm like, okay, that's not too bad. Aegislash comes in. It's immune to poison, but it's also weak to fire. They used Protect, which was pretty smart because, of course, I used V-Create again. They knew I was going to do that, and they knew I would get more stat drops. So, Aegislash is really problematic. It's probably one of the best Pokemon there are. They went for Shadow Ball. I just barely lived it. And I get off the V-Create and take down the Aegislash. So now I'm not even mad about it. Victini took down 2 really tough Pokemon, the Mega Abomasnow and the Aegislash. Here comes Comfey. It gets Toxic Poison. I'm not stupid. I know it's a Fairy type. They U-turn out of there, though, which is really interesting. By the way, this has a kind of an interesting ending. So here comes Celesteela. I'm using Caesar. You know what's going to happen. I'm going to use knockoff. So knockoff, get rid of that weakness policy. Although maybe it would have been better if they kept that out. They went for Fire Blast and Miss. I'm like, oh shit, I'm so lucky because it definitely would have killed me. Let me swap into Gyarados to take the second Fire Blast. Better. Oh, that's a lot better. And I don't get burned. So I'm feeling pretty good about this. I decide to Mega Evolve, break that mold though, go for Crunch. It does good damage. They went for Automize, so that's interesting. They're definitely going to outspeed me, but what are they going to hit me with? They used Air Slash. That does nothing. Nothing. I went for the second Crunch, and Celesteela goes down. So they sent an Electrode. I'm like, alright, they're going to use like Thunderbolt or something, but maybe I'll live it very badly because I'm not a flying type, but no, it wasn't meant to be. Bapu Beep, Mega Gyarados goes down. So I send in my Lilligant because obviously I'm not going to have any problems with Thunderbolt, really. It does okay damage, considering. I have Hidden Power. I think it was like Hidden Power Rock or something. It's definitely not Hidden Power Ground. I forget which Hidden Power it was. So they're going to continue to go for Thunderbolt, probably just trying to chip me down and maybe, you know, get a Paralyze or something. They have Toxic Poison on, so they're going to go down before I do. They switch into Comfey. So Comfey is badly poisoned. I use Hidden Power. Like I said, I think it was Hidden Power Rock. So now the problem is they're toxic, so they're going to go down first. But they went for Aromatherapy. I'm a little bit salty about it, but not too bad. They went for Giga Drain. Ouch. Ouch. Or I went for Giga Drain, rather. I'm sorry about that. I'm a little kerfluffle here. So they went for Toxic. They actually missed. I put this thing to sleep. I'm like, all right, now I maybe have a little breathing room here. I can make something happen because it is dead even 3v3 right now. What is going down? So I'm thinking, all right, I'm at full health now. I'm feeling pretty good about it. This thing's sleeping. It's getting a little health back from leftovers, but I'm not really worried about it. And then they rage quit. I don't know why. So there you go. Like I said, I had a pretty interesting ending where like it's dead even, and then they just decide, nope, I'm done. So this one's versus W. Rajoy. And I'm on the left, they're on the right. Let's see what happens. I have a Blossom lead on this one. And they sent out Emboar. This is a terrible matchup for me. I know there's a Fire-type move coming. So I sent in my Latios, which is actually Mega Latios. I take the Fire Blast pretty well. So I'm like, all right, let's Mega Evolve. Let's do something to this Emboar. They got a Sucker Punch off. It does a lot of damage, but not quite enough. I got him with the Psyshock. Oh, shit. They're definitely going to do Sucker Punch again. So I decided to Roost. See? I can play mind games, too. So I'm thinking, like, will they do Sucker Punch again? Probably not, but they did it, so I'm like, shit, but I had to attack. I wasn't going to Roost again. Went for Psyshock, take out the Emboar. He's done. So in comes out Lunala. You know, Lunala is always a problem. I went for Draco Meteor. It does nothing. I don't really have a really good answer to Lunala on my team here. So they're getting their Calm Minds up. I decide to Roost, because I'm thinking maybe I can very badly live a Moongeist Beam, but I was wrong. And down goes the Mega Latios. But, you know, he did his job, I guess. I'm not super salty about that. So I send the Blossom back in. Like I said, this one has a really good ending, too, by the way. They're going for Psyshock. I decided to go for Z-Move Bloom Doom. It does nothing. I probably should have went for the Sleep Powder Z-Move. They go for Moongeist Beam, and that's going to be it for Blossom. So I'm like, all right, now I'm losing. This is just going really just terribly badly here. I'm going to send in Regirock, and they sent in... well, they didn't send in anything. They just went for Moongeist Beam. I go for Stone Edge. Ooh, it's not quite the damage I'm looking for, and I'm definitely going to go down to the next Moongeist Beam. I don't have a normal type to switch into. They went for Sharpedo. I was like, why not just use Moongeist Beam again? So Stone Edge doesn't kill the Sharpedo. I swap into Typhlosion. They're probably thinking, is he crazy? Is he crazy? No, I'm not crazy because I have Hidden Power Grass on this thing. Boom, he's done. Typhlosion is not the greatest Pokemon. I mean, he's one of my favorites, but he's not the greatest Pokemon. Relicanth comes in. This thing is double weak to Hidden Power Grass. Bapu Beep, he's done. And here comes the Rage Quit. There it goes. So, let's move on to the next battle. This is versus Gorlando099. They're on the left. I'm on the right on this one. I sent in... well, they have Luxray. I sent an Electivire, so we both have an Electric-type lead. They switched to Roserade, probably thinking he's going to use an Electric-type move, but I didn't. I went for Earthquake. So, it's interesting. I went for Flamethrower. This Electivire had a really good coverage set, so that's just really great. Obviously, Earth type, Electric type, and Fire type. I forget what the fourth move is. So Mega Diancie comes in, uses Diamond Storm. It does enough damage to worry me, and it has high defense, so Earthquake doesn't quite take it out. I decide to swap into Mean Shao. Diamond Storm comes out. They get a critical. Oh, that's a problem. That is a major problem. But I think I might be able to live a second one as long as it's not a critical. But they swapped into Pelipper. This is a really underrated Pokemon, kind of the Gen 3 equivalent of Quillfish or Lantern, which are, surprisingly tanky, problematic Pokemon. I wanted to knock off whatever the hell it is it had. It had a Life Orb. Second knockoff doesn't do much. They get me with the Scald. So I'm really worried about this, but I have an Electivire. I figured I could at least force a swap, which they do. They go back to Mega Diancie. I went for Ice Punch, figuring that they would swap into a ground type, but they didn't, and my Electivire goes down to Diamond Storm. So, yikes. So this is not going well. I sent in Cresselia. They swatch. Yeah, the Swatch Watch. They swap over to Golisopod. I'm like, oh, okay, alright, Golisopod. They're revealing almost their whole team already. They went for First Impression. Okay, that's fine. I went for Moonblast. It does... Just monkeys, absolute monkeys. So, what can I do? What can I do to this Golisopod? I'm going to switch to my Zapdos. Zapdos is really great. They went for First Impression. It didn't work. And you're about to see why. Boom! You're done. Bop, boop, beep. So, alright, I'm feeling a little better about this because, Zapdos is just a fantastic legendary. But they got me with the Diamond Storm. I thought I might be able to live that, but, ooh, no. So I sent in Kamala. Kamala is a really interesting Pokemon. It's absolutely impervious to all status changes. They sent in Luxray, but I had one for Earthquake, so that was a bad swap on their part. Luxray goes down. They sent in Regice. This thing is not going to do well against an Earthquake either, although it does less than half health. They went for Focus Blast, but I lived it. I'm not going to be able to live a second one, but I figured let me at least get enough another Earthquake. Maybe I'll get a crit. I don't. And I thought maybe they'll miss with Focus Blast. They don't. Kamala goes down. But he did his job. So I send Cresselia back in, figuring, I can just take this out quickly because I at least outspeed it because Regice is slow as fuck. Get him with the Psyshock. This is really coming down to the wire. It's 2v2. In comes the Pelipper. Pelipper's annoying. I'm thinking Moonblast might do good damage. It does okay damage. They went for a U-turn. They're getting the hell out of here. Well, now I know what's coming in, the Mega Diancie. Which, this thing is still just a thorn in my side. So is the Pelipper, really. Diamond Storm doesn't do the damage they're looking for. I managed to live it and take them out with the Psyshock. That crit may have even mattered. So I'm like, okay, they only have one Pokemon left, and it's Pelipper. It's got red health. I'm thinking, here you go, down, bop, boop, beep. What a fantastic battle. I'm so glad that they stayed in. They didn't rage quit. And it went down to the wire like that. I forgot what my last Pokemon was, but that was just a really cool battle. So here's the next one. This is versus Uxerner. I don't know what the hell that name is, but they're on the left. I'm on the right. So they start with Ho-Oh. Okay, that's cool. I have Marshadow. So we're both starting with really good Pokemon. Stone Edge, Bop Boop Beep. He's done. Done. Your Ho-Oh is dead. So they send in Snorlax. I'm thinking, what is this thing going to have? I went for Stone Edge. I missed because, of course, I do. They went for Earthquake. Marshadow is surprisingly tanky, so he takes that pretty well. Stone Edge does good damage. Snorlax, I'm thinking, doesn't have rest. What kind of Snorlax is this? They get off another Earthquake. I decided to swap into Butterfree because they seem pretty locked into Earthquake. They might even have a choice item on. So we're about to see what exactly the dealio is with that. Then I double swap into Marshadow. Because they went for Fire Punch. So obviously they don't have a choice type item. So I'm thinking, alright, I know half their set. I know what's going on. I go for the close combat. He's done. I actually see my Marshadow had a choice item on. That's why I had to do the double swap to be able to use that move. So in comes Mesprit. I decide to bring Butterfree back for reasons. They set up Stealth Rock, so I'm like, okay, I have to be a little more careful about swapping now. I take the Psyshock really well, and Bug Buzz does good damage, but I'm definitely not going to be able to take another hit. Worried about swapping because of the entry hazards, but I decide to swap to my Mewtwo. And this is a Mega Mewtwo Y, so of course I'm going to Mega Evolve. So here it comes. So they send in Ninetales, probably expecting, a Psychic type move. I actually went for Ice Beam. Maybe they were expecting that. Obviously, Ninetales is going to take that really well. So Mega Mewtwo Y is really cool. Psystrike is just going to annihilate the Ninetales. Bad idea to go for the Nasty Plot because I am outspeeding you. And they're going to go down easily to the second Psystrike. So I'm actually doing really well. I haven't lost anybody. They've lost 3. It's 6v3 now. They sent out Dawn Wings Necrozma. Like, okay, that's fine. And they decide to go through the Ultra Burst and use nothing because I outsped them. So Psystrike comes out. They use Photon Geyser. Oh, that's not going to do it, you guys. You need something like a Dark type move or a Ghost type move. I'm sure Necrozma has one of those. I went for another Ice Beam. That one is just enough to take it out. Bop, boop, beep, he's done. So the hail stops. In comes Mesprit. I've already seen what this thing can do. I'm not super worried about it. Psystrike, it's resisting it, but it's the best option I have. They went for Energy Ball. I just barely live, but I get a special defense drop. Not that it matters at 5% health, right? Who cares? So the next Psystrike, just takes them down to 8% health. I know Mewtwo's going down, but, he did his job. He did a really good job. So that was my first death, and I'm feeling pretty good about that. So I send Marshadow back in. I figure I can probably outspeed it. I get the Shadow Sneak off. Well, I knew I can outspeed it because I have Shadow Sneak. I'm now locked into Shadow Sneak, though. Here comes Ludicolo. That's their last Pokemon. Shadow Sneak does a surprising amount of damage to Ludicolo. They're going to get me with the Ice Beam pretty easily. So, alright. So I switch out into Comfey. Comfey is just a really great Pokemon. I decided to just get a U-turn off really quick because Bug-type is really the only type that really is really good on Ludicolo. I sent in the Butterfree just to sack it off. They went for Ice Beam. So I sent Comfey back in. Just going to do another U-turn. And they probably knew that I was going to do another U-turn, so they decided to quit. So there you go. So this next battle is against Ultra Sir 88. I'm on the left, they're on the right. Let's do it. So I get a Surpluff lead here, and they start with Spiritomb. Spiritomb is really annoying. I decide to send in Muck. I don't like Spiritomb. There goes Dark Pulse. I kind of figured they're going to do a Dark type move. That's why I swapped into Muck. So I get a knockoff whatever the hell it has. Turns out to be a Focus Sash, which I guess that didn't matter really. They burn me. Damn it. Spiritomb is so annoying. Just a really good Pokemon that's hard to get around. So I'm like, figured maybe I can poison it or something. I went for Gunk Shot. It does no damage. I don't get the poison. They get a Pain Split. The Salt must flow. The Salt must flow. I'm not happy about this. But then they swap it to Nidoking. I'm wondering what are they doing? I went for another knockoff and I actually get rid of his Life Orb. So that's actually really good. I'm going to go down to something sooner or later. They went for Earth Power. He's done. Bop boop beep. But he wasn't all that useful after getting burned anyway. So I sent Slurpuff back in, and they went for Fire Blast, which, it does pretty good damage. So I'm like, alright, let's see what I can do with Surf. I don't think they knew that I had a Water-type move on that. It does good damage. They went for Super Power. I don't know why they wouldn't have just went for another Fire Blast. That would have been a better option. So Dazzling Gleam, because I figured they're going to swap. They're going to expect a Surf, but they didn't. So the second Dazzling Gleam was able to take them out. So I don't know exactly what the hell was going on there. So here comes Solgaleo. I went for Flamethrower. That's super effective on him. It doesn't do a whole lot of damage. Here comes the Sunsteel Strike. That's just, I'm done. There's no way I'm going to be able to take a Sunsteel Strike. Even at full health, that probably would have taken me out. Because, Slurpuff's not exactly very bulky. I sent in Lycanroc so I can get a Fire Fang off on it. It does good damage. I get the burn. I'm already happy about Lycanroc. I know he's going to go down to Sunsteel Strike. But then I'm surprised he took it like a champ. I'm like, wow, this is a really defensive Lycanroc. So I get off the next Fire Fang, and that is enough to take down Solgaleo. So I'm actually like, okay. Usually Lycanroc is a little more fragile than that. Here comes Kabutops. This thing's a fucking problem. Aqua Jet's going to take me out. I'm thinking, shit, I don't have anything with grass moves. Kabutops is a real problem. I sent out Heliolisk, and I went for Thunder. Of course Thunder missed. Of course it did. They went for Stone Edge. Of course it missed. So that was pretty much a waste of a turn. I went for another Thunder. This one takes him out. I'm like, oh, thank fuck. Thunder misses a lot, and that could be a problem. So here comes Dragalja. Obviously, I'm not going to want to use Thunder. I have Hidden Power. I believe that's Hidden Power Ice. It does pretty good damage. They decide to start setting up Toxic Spikes, which is fine. Another Hidden Power Ice. So I'm thinking that's going to take probably 2 more. And there comes another Toxic Spikes. I'm not worried about this at this point. So the next one is a crit. So I'm actually very happy about that. Dragalge goes down. In comes Spiritomb. So I go for a Thunder just for the stab damage. Of course it misses because of course it does. They went for Pursuit. I think they were obviously anticipating a swap. I went for another Thunder. It misses again. Oh, man. So Dark Pulse, at least I'm outspeeding him, so I don't have to worry about getting flinched. Thunder finally hits. It does about half of his health, or like half of his total health. Dark Pulse doesn't take me out of mode to get off another Thunder to finally take this stupid fucking thing down, whatever Spiritomb's supposed to be. A Ghost Frisbee. Espeon comes in. I'm just like, alright, let's see what I can do with Thunder. Of course, they're going to take me down with Psychic, so, whatever. So it's really down to the wire. I have 2 Pokemon left, though, so that's good. I sent in Malamar. Espeon is made out of paper, so any kind of physical attack is going to take him out. Morning Sun, to heal, I just use Knockoff, and that's it. It's over. That's game. Alright, so this next battle is versus Deepelki, I guess. They're on the left. I'm on the right on this one. So they sent out Maractus, and I sent out Ditto. So I transform, obviously, so I know their whole set there. Oh boy. So I went for Sucker Punch, but they went for Toxic, so that didn't work out too well. They went for Spiky Shield this time, so I'm like, okay, but I went for Sucker Punch again. So they're probably going to think I'm just locked into Sucker Punch or something. And I am. And they're locked into Toxic. Or something. I don't know why they use that second Toxic. They're obviously not locked into it. So I was like, alright, let's get out of here. I send in the Alolan Doug Trio. Immune to Toxic, obviously, because I'm Steel type. Earthquake does not the damage that I'm looking for, so that just kind of sucked. And they get off a Giga Drain, which blows. So I decided to go for Iron Head. Maybe I can get a flinch off. I don't get the flinch, but I get pretty good damage. The second Giga Drain is going to take me down, but at least I had such low health that they don't get much back. So at least there's that. So I sent in Scrafty. They went for Toxic right away. There's no surprise there. Knockoff is able to take them out, and apparently they had a Focus Sash. Who knew? I get a Moxie Boost. That's pretty cool. But I don't think this Scrafty is going to last too long. They sent in Shiinotic. Okay, let's knock off whatever item it has. It turned out to be leftovers, so I'm very glad to have gotten rid of that. Moonblast is going to just immediately murder the hell out of my Scrafty, so he's done. So I sent the Ditto back in just because I wanted to see what moves Shiinotic had. They swapped to Delibird. I know what's coming. I decided to just get Leech Seed off on it because I know an Ice-type move is probably just going to annihilate me here, but I don't even care. So I swap into Emboar, thinking, well, here it comes. But they actually use Rapid Spin, which was smart to get rid of the entry hazards, but they missed their opportunity to possibly kill the Shiinotic, although I had swapped it. So they used Destiny Bond, and of course Stone Edge actually hits because they had used Destiny Bond. That really sucks, so my Emboar is going to go down here just to get rid of a Delibird. So in comes Watchog. I send in Victini. This is a pretty good matchup. I have Zen Headbutt. They went for Hypnosis, so I'm like, that's annoying, but, whatever. So, I'm just going to stay in and try to wake up. They're going to use Return. Return does not the damage that they're looking for, probably, so that's really interesting. I'm still asleep. I'm kind of getting a little aggravated here. They went for the second Return. I'm not going to be able to live another one, so I'm like, please, Victini, please wake up on this turn. And he does. He wakes up. He called his name. He heard his mom calling him. The streetlights are on. I get the Zen Headbutt off, and I get the flinch. I'm like, I'm so happy right now. I'm so happy I'm losing, but I'm about to come back. And then, oh my god, I get into the Zen Headbutt off, and they live on 1% health. So now the salt is just coming out of my ears, my mouth, other orifices. So I sent in the Ditto just to see what moves they had. I went for Return because I went about speeding them, which was actually kind of surprising. And Watchog goes down. So this Ditto actually turned out to be way more useful than I thought it was going to be. So he sends in Shiinotic. I just like, alright, let's just go for Return. It does pretty good damage. Leech Seed comes out. They're obviously hoping to get health back. I had already knocked off their leftovers. and I'll go down to Toxic eventually. So they send in Drudagon, which I thought, that's an interesting choice. Return does pretty good against him. I'm like, what is Drudagon going to do to me? I have like no health left anyway. But what is it going to do? Second return does pretty good damage again. I'm like, okay, Stealth Rocks, that's what you said in Drudagon for? So he takes me out, but I'm obviously gonna get hurt by Stealth Rocks. My last Pokemon's Golurk. Guys, I'm losing here, but here comes the come from behind Ice Punch. He's done. Obviously, Drudagon can't handle Ice Punch. Hi, Gunny. How you doing, buddy? Gunny just came over here. So Shiinotic comes in. This thing's weak to ice, too. Here comes Ice Punch. It's done. I'm like, oh my god, the big come from behind victory. So here comes Noivern. That's weak to Ice Punch, too. He went for Ice Slash, Air Slash, probably hoping to flinch hacks me. It doesn't do shit. Ice Punch, he's done. Boys, stop fighting, please. And that's it. It's done. So I have one more battle to show you. That was the big come from behind victory on Pokemon Showdown. This is the last battle. This is versus Professor Gani. They're on the left. I'm on... they're on the right, rather. Oh, I can't even tell my left from my right. They're on the right. I'm on the left. Let's do it. I have a Semisage lead. They have an Azumarill lead. Obviously, they're going to swap. They swapped into Alolan Marowak. I'm like, I went for Giga Drain anyway because nothing really wants to swap into Giga Drain. I decided to swap into Love Disc because I figure here comes the Fire type move, and I was right, but that still did a bunch of damage. Damn. So, Love Disc is just terrible. It really is. So here comes Stack Attack. I'm wondering what the hell are they doing swapping into Stack Attack? I use Scald. It does pretty good damage. I get rid of their balloon, and I burn them. Wow. This Love Disc is actually doing things. So I Scald again. This is not going to be enough to take it out. But they set up Stealth Rocks. I have yet to see anybody actually do anything good with a Stack Attack. You figure this thing's an Ultra Beast. It's going to do pretty well. I always just manage to take it out pretty easily. So Stack Attack, it goes down no problem. Love Disc killed something. Can you guys believe it? Here comes Azumarill. Alright. Wait for it. Wait for it. Toxic! Ah! Ha, ha, ha. They went for Belly Drum. You really don't want to go for Belly Drum when you're toxic. I mean, even with a Citrus Berry. So I'm like, okay, this thing's gonna slaughter me now with a physical type move. I went for Protect. You guys. So they went for Knockoff. It's obviously not going to do anything. And I'll let the toxic damage rack up a little more. Dare I go for the double Protect? I actually did. Of course it didn't work. That's a very rare occasion for that to actually work, and they take me off with the Knockoff. I ain't even mad about it. I ain't even mad. That Love Disc did some real work. So I sent in Drapion, and they swapped to Groudon. So that's really interesting, and immediately it goes into Primal Form. I went for Poison Jab. That did nothing, but I did get the poison off. So I'm like, okay, at least I got the poison off. So Groudon's poisoned. That's pretty good. I decided to start using Earthquake because obviously it's weak to Earthquake. But Groudon's so fat. Precipice Braid. Wow, Precipice Braids, really? It's not Precipice Braids. It's when you braid your hair at the edge of a cliff. Precipice Blades did good damage there. I sent in Simisage thinking, alright, I can use like a grass type move or something. I don't know. It's neutral damage. But they swapped to Alolan Marowak. They really wanted this matchup, but they took the Giga Drain again. So I'm like, okay, what does this Alolan Marowak have that they're so... I stupidly used Superpower. I think that was actually a misclick. They went for Flare Blitz. I forgot what I was actually trying to go for. It definitely wasn't Superpower. And they went down to Recoil. So I sent in Audino, and they sent in Groudon. Obviously, I can't use Water-type moves because of the Harsh Sunlight. But I decided to Mega Evolve, and I take the Precipice Blades pretty well, all things considered. I use Hyper Voice to take them out, so there you go. Never underestimate the power of the normal-type move under certain circumstances. They sent in Golurk. Now, I had done really well with Golurk in my last battle. Let's see how they do with it. They take out my Audino with Earthquake, so I'm like, okay, I have 2 Pokemon left. They have 3. I send in Seismitoad. Let's see what I can do. I obviously can't poison or anything. They decide to send in Politoed, a green frog. That's unheard of in the Pokemon world. I think Politoed is the only green frog in the whole thing. So I knock off their Chesto Berry, which is interesting, so I know they probably have Rest. I use Earthquake. I'm like, okay, well, here comes Rest, right? No, they went for Toxic, so yeah, that's it. They're going down now. So they actually went for Protect. I'm like, what the hell is going on? Don't they have Rest? They have a Chesto Berry. Maybe they don't. I could be wrong on that. So they go for the double Protect. That's obviously not going to work. You're trying to rack up that toxic damage. That's a big fat sack of whatever. Politoed goes down. So now it's 2v2, but my Seismitoad is low health, can't do much. Toxic. They send in the Azumarill, also low health, can't do much in the Toxic. So it's pretty much 1v1. Their Golurk versus whatever my last Pokemon is, but I managed to take down Azumarill with Earthquake. And my Seismitoad goes down. So it's down to our last Pokemon. I know that they have Golurk. I have Yveltal. So that's pretty freaking awesome, no? So there goes my Dark Aura. I'm going to set out Dark Pulse. I get a lot of damage off that. And I get the flinch. That is game. It is over at this point. I might as well just start celebrating in the stands with the fans. Not that we have any. So that's 10 more matches for you. I hope you guys enjoyed it. By the way, they said GG to me. I tried to say GG. I was on my phone. I'm in the hotel room. It kept auto-correcting GG to TH. Like, what the hell is that? I said, damn, autocorrect. They thought that was pretty funny. That was a great, fantastic battle to end it on. I'll see you guys real soon. There's going to be a new Let's Play starting today, which is Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. I know a lot of you guys have been looking forward to that. And there'll be more Pokemon Showdown in the future. See you guys soon.